Aloha everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noelle and I do unboxings here, mostly lifestyle subscription boxes, but also some stationery, books, beauty, jewelry, and even a dash of Disney. So if you like unboxings, I do hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell. I am trying to get to 1,500 subscribers sometime in the month of August, which is my birthday month, so I could definitely use your help with that. For those of you who are already subscribed, as always, thank you so much for being here and welcome back. Today I've got one of our favorite book subscription boxes, and that is the Ladies at Lunch box from Bibliophilic Excursions. Bibliophilic Excursions is an awesome company that's run by two sisters, and they have several different book box offerings. I've had the opportunity to open all of them here on the channel. They have their signature journey, which takes you to a different destination every month, and that has a nonfiction book as well as a fiction book, and then some items from that country, which is really fun, especially if you're kind of feeling some wanderlust right now. You can also choose a option where you just get the nonfiction book or just get the fiction book. In addition to the Ladies at Lunch box, which is what I am opening today, they also have a really fun Mystery and Mixology box, and both the Ladies at Lunch box and the Mystery and Mixology box are just $34.99 plus shipping. The shipping is around $10, which makes sense because often the items that we get in the box have a little bit of weight to them. You can actually save $10 on any subscription using my code, which is Noelle10, so that basically will pay for your shipping and just a little bit more. So definitely check it out, and definitely check out my book themed playlist if you want to see more about those different boxes that I just mentioned. So let's get on into it. Always comes in this pretty blue box, but it does have my address there on the front, so I'm just gonna hide that bit from you. And then inside, we've got their tissue paper, which has their adorable mascot, which is Malcolm, which is a little Yorkie poo, and he is the curator of the box officially. But I do love this box. They have been so kind to me in helping me out, and especially even when my channel was really small. This is a box that I actually paid for, but they have been kind enough to send me boxes in exchange for review in the past. They always do a nice little card on the inside, which is awesome, so let's just see what that says. And if I didn't already mention, the Ladies at Lunch box is always centered around a book that features a female heroine, and then all the items that kind of go with it. And this is my third Ladies at Lunch box, and I have enjoyed every single one that I've gotten so far. So inside, we've just got a little thank you card. Let's see what it says. Love the perfect handwriting inside. It says, "Greetings, thanks for taking this excursion with us. We've curated an adventure in honor of literary leading lady Jane Austen. We hope you enjoy this time-traveling adventure that highlights the importance of writers in society and these cute Austen-themed goods." So that sounds fun. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite Jane Austen book is. I think that mine is probably not a popular choice. I actually really enjoy the novel Persuasion. I think that might be my favorite, but I could probably be convinced otherwise. It's been a while since I've delved into a Jane Austen novel. Let's get into it and see what we've got. So first I want to see what the book is, because I'm assuming it's not actually a Jane Austen novel, and it is not. This is by Kathleen A. Flynn, and it is the Jane Austen Project. It says, "What would you give up so she could live?" So it's just got this kind of nice image on the front, like a girl from behind, and she's kind of like, it's like time-lapse photography, so you can see the stars kind of swirling. So let's read about what this is. So it says, "Two researchers from the future are sent back in time to meet Jane Austen and recover a suspected unpublished novel." So that sounds kind of fun. It says, "England, 1815. Two travelers, Rachel Katzman and Liam Finucane, arrive in a field disheveled and weighed down with hidden money. They are not what they seem, but colleagues from a technologically advanced future posing as wealthy West Indies planters, a doctor and his spinster sister. While Rachel and Liam aren't the first team from the future to go back, their mission is by far the most audacious. Meet, befriend, and steal from Jane Austen herself. Carefully selected and rigorously trained by the Royal Institute for Special Topics in Physics, disaster relief doctor Rachel and her actor-turned-scholar Liam have little in common besides the extraordinary circumstances they find themselves in. Circumstances that call for Rachel to stifle her independent nature and let Liam take the lead as they infiltrate Austen's circle via her favorite brother Henry. But diagnosing Jane's fatal illness and obtaining an unpublished novel hinted at in her letters pose enough of a challenge without the continuous convolutions of living a lie. While her friendship with Jane deepens and her relationship with Liam grows complicated, Rachel fights to reconcile her true true self with the constrictions of 19th century society. As their portal to the future prepares to close, Rachel and Liam struggle with their directive to leave history intact and exactly as they found it, however heartbreaking that may prove. So that's always the issue, right, in time traveling novels, is if you know the future, do you change it or do you leave it as it should be? So this has definitely got a little like science fiction going on in it as well, but it sounds interesting to me. And it sounds like a good read, so I'm definitely interested. I've never even heard of it. Let me know if you've heard of this book, and if you like time traveling novels. I think The Time Traveler's Wife is probably like my favorite one that I've read. I haven't read like a lot of science fiction-y stuff, but I'm certainly happy to give it a go. So then one of our first items we've got is this Jane Austen novel journal. So it's very pretty. It's like a hardback. And it says, "Oh, right. Finish it at once. Let there be an end of this suspense." And that's from Fanny Price from Mansfield Park. Ooh, Mansfield Park is another good one. But I think I like the movie, actually, Mansfield Park. So it's a novel journal. So I guess you journal about different novels that you read. Maybe that's what it is. It says, "With notable quotations from Jane Austen. Her own thoughts and reflections were habitually her best companions." Again, that's from Mansfield Park. So it looks to me like just a regular journal with lines. And then it's got like a few pages where there's a little quote. This is kind of a fun page though, where it kind of goes up and down and side to side, so you can jot different notes. That's fun. And it's got little like drawings, like bees and all kinds of different drawings on different pages. There, I see an owl, I see like books. So that's interesting. So I guess you could really use it for anything you want, but it does have a lot of these fun pages that kind of make these like quadrants. So I do think it would be kind of fun though to use it. Oh, and then they have like different pages like this where it almost looks like for music, but not quite. So you could definitely keep a journal of different books that you read. I have started to actually read a little bit more because I do get so many book subscriptions, but I'm a little bit behind. But it would be kind of nice to like kind of write down all of my thoughts on these different books that I'm reading in one space. So maybe I will use it for that, or maybe I will pass it on to one of you guys in a giveaway just because I know some of you are much better about journaling and reading than I am. Let's see what else we've got. It looks like a whole bunch of goodies. So this, I'm not sure what this is. I have no idea what this is, you guys. Oh, let's see. What is this? Anybody know what this is? So it says serve slide. So you open that up and then I don't know what this is. It looks like, this is a pencil sharpener. So that's a pencil sharpener on this side. And then what is this one? This is an eraser. Okay, it took me a little while to figure that out. I do like this kind of eraser because they don't tear up your pages. So that's pretty interesting. I had no idea what it was at first. All right, so that's kind of cool. Definitely like writing influenced. Let's see what else. Then I've got something that's like wrapped up in a big bubble. So let me just use some scissors to get this free. I'm starting to be better about remembering to have scissors out. I popped the little balloon. So we got some more pencils. I got some pencils with different languages in the last book box, and it was kind of like a book theme. So this is kind of also a book theme. The first Ladies at Lunch box that I got had like a baking theme, so I was really into that one. This is from Black Foil Imprinted Literary Pencils, and it says, oh, that's kind of cool. So it's got different authors. It has What Would Jane Austen Write, Maya Angelou, Sylvia Plath, Dorothy Parker, and Emily Dickinson. And fun fact, my dad, I am adopted by the way, you guys, but my dad has, you can trace the lineage back to good old Emily Dickinson's family. So that's kind of cool. And I am a poet by training, so I like the Sylvia Plath there too, although I sometimes feel like maybe I don't want to write like Sylvia Plath, even though I like Sylvia Plath, but just knowing her whole biography is sometimes a little bit sad. And then we also got these fun watercolor pencils. So this is cool. So items to use in that journal, obviously. But watercolor pencils are neat because you can use them with water and then it creates that watercolor effect, but you have a little bit more control than you do with just a watercolor and a brush. So yeah, it says you can use it with a brush And then you can also use it as a wet pencil. You can just dip the pencil itself into water to kind of have, again, a finer line. So that's kind of cool. Or you can even just wet the paper, it says, and then draw on it. So good to know. So this would be great if you did get to travel and kind of wanted to really spruce up your journal and make it that fun kind of illustrated journal in your travels. So we'll have to see if I get that creative. I used to be a lot better, a lot more creative and crafty, and I would draw. These days, not so much. So this is looks like a, so we have, unfortunately, the price tag little sticker is still kind of on there, but it says it's classic coloring, Jane Austen, 55 removable coloring plates. So I'm guessing it's some adult coloring, and that is probably why we got these watercolor pencils, not necessarily for the journal. Pencils for the journal, watercolor pencils for this guy. And then it is nice cardstock for sure. Very like fine drawings, but you can even see I can feel the binding almost splitting now. So you could definitely color and then take these pages out. So we've got all kinds of different illustrations. It does look like they are actually from the different novels by Jane Austen. This one says, "You know how interesting the purchase of a sponge cake is to me." So here is this fun sponge cake on a cake stand. And then we also have this quote from Persuasion, "A lady without family was the very best preserver of furniture in the world." And then we've got all of these chairs. Now these are such fine drawings, I don't know that I would have the patience, but it looks like they did give us some samples of someone who did have the patience. And I know that sometimes people like to actually frame their work once they do it, but we'll see. It can be a very meditative thing to do some adult coloring. I'm not sure I would have like picked this particular subject. I do like sometimes the quotes themselves are what you color, just because it's not something that I would like put up in my house, and I find like things that have like patterns like mandalas a little bit more meditative and relaxing to me, because then I feel like when there's like people and you're trying to create this background, it takes a lot of effort. Although some of them are pretty, like this pretty dress one. So maybe I'll use it, maybe not. If you would love adult coloring books, let me know in the comments below. And then it does look like we have just a couple more items. So I've got a little vinyl sticker, and it looks like a lovely lady reading, and it says, "I declare after all there is no enjoyment like reading." And so it's just this nice simple vinyl sticker. You guys know that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all my stickers, but this is a nice elegant one, so I will definitely hold on to that. We always get bookmarks, which is great, and this one is fun. It says, "I declare after all there is no enjoyment like reading," that classic Jane Austen quote. And we've got a picture of her, and it is like on a nice thin piece of wood, so I do like those kinds of bookmarks. And then what else? We've got some other like paper bookmarks from them, one with Dr. Seuss, one with Bibliophilic Excursions on it. So those are great items. Let me know what you guys think. The last two Ladies at Lunch boxes, like I said, have been very like literature focused, like book lover focused, which makes sense since they are called Bibliophilic Excursions. I would love to see another like theme that was a little bit more of a play on the actual novel. Like maybe I just need to go back to trying their destination boxes again, to get that kind of journey feeling. But I did love the first one that I got from them probably the most, just because it had some edible treats and it really went with like a baking theme. But this is probably still my favorite option from Bibliophilic Excursions. Let me know if you were to subscribe, or if you are subscribed, which of their many choices you would choose. If you appreciated this video, if you appreciate my honest and informative videos, that's what I strive to have the hi and hinoël stand for. Please do give this video a thumbs up, and hopefully I'll see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing.